You believe it, people. Like Dan Lynch said, Bill's 50.
Wow.
It's supposed to be funny. There must be some old people here. You're like 50, fuck that.
We're old, we can't remember 50.
Right, yeah, there's young people here going, 50? Remember what's going on with the Kardashians? Stupid. Anyways, our next roaster's stupid. And bright. Oh, well, okay, he's not smart. Fuck-faced douchebag asshole. Our next roaster is a bright, vibrant, young community leader and a new father, and a good friend of mine, and thanks to his lovely lady, Erin Rivlin, for letting him off the tip to join us tonight. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the stage, Mr. Ransomware.
With friends like that, who needs enemies? Really, honestly. So, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for coming here tonight and celebrating this momentous occasion. For the first time in human memory, Dan Lynch has had more alcohol than I have. Well, most of these jokes are theater jokes, so most of you won't get them. But that's okay, because Bill won't either. So here we go. Bill Quinn. My goodness, when did I first meet BQ? He was just getting off a whirlwind tour of the Ozarks as Lenny from Mice and Men. The Ozark Evening News had given his performance 3 yeehaws. He was even nominated for a Cletus. He was dashing, debonair, and so I immediately tried to get him a date, which is like trying to get Kim Kardashian to date a white guy. What immediately struck me about Bill was his complete lack of pop culture knowledge. He's like Donnie in The Big Lebowski. I am the walrus. I am the walrus. Bill thinks Honey Boo Boo is a homeopathic remedy. Bill, the actor extraordinaire, is so organic he doesn't even bother to read the plays he acts in. He doesn't study his craft. He's like Lady Gaga. He was just born that way. He's like a leprechaun Marlon Brando. He's not very knowledgeable about movies either. I asked him, have you seen Glenn Ross? And he's like, I've never shopped at Ross. I've never been to Scotland. The only 2 movies he knows are The Odd Couple and Tuesdays with Morrie. He also loves Auntie May. Not because of the movie, because he loves her dresses. But that's good. I've always loved working with actors who are a clean slate, and boy, Bill is a blank slate. I once tried to explain my acting teacher's concepts to him, and he stared at me blankly. He once asked me to write his lines on my ass so he'd have motivation. Oh, it's a nice ass. What do you want? I tried to educate him, though. I once spoke with him at length about noted acting teacher Stella Adler, and he told me he only drinks Coronas. None of that Belgian shit for my boy Bill. I tried to discuss with him the history.
That's super funny.
First time for everything. I tried to discuss with him the history of Greek theater, and he thought Deus Ex Machina was a Greek sex toy. That toy was a flying dinosaur. And Shakespeare, well, Bill tells the same story about that experience every single time. He says he doesn't do Shakespeare because it's written in iambic pentameter, and it's way too much math. He's the Gerald Ford of the realm. Okay, fine. Have you ever seen Bill forget his lines? Lane, I'm sorry, that's a silly question. You can see him on stage. The man doesn't even have to act scared. He's like a miniature Michael Keaton caught in headlights. Mr. Bomb. Oh, come on, that was a brother. Okay, I'm allowed one. Bill's very hands-on as a director. Or shall I say feet on, because if you don't take his notes, he stomps a hole in the floor like Rumpelstiltskin. But he really is a good friend. I walk around all the time and say, yeah, I'm a friend of Bill. People are so supportive. arts, which is good because we will all need to support Bill on the way out of the theater tonight. I mean, 50, that's half a century. That means he's really good at a couple of things. Bill's one hell of a PA. I went to him for a backache once, and I left with 4 samples of Viagra, a stool softener, and some horse tranquilizer. Needless to say, the missus and I had a good time. But enough about O's private life.
Don't judge me.
Bill is so generous, he takes in stray cats, small injured woodland creatures, and anyone named Quinn. To adopt a pet, but that's not what we meant. It was a good arrangement, though. Mikey started eating better and using the topical cream, and Bill had a reason to clean the litter box. I am really being too harsh, maybe, but he is getting older. We wanted him to reprise his role in The Odd Couple, but he's more age-appropriate for grumpier old men. And Walter Matthau rose from the grave and just killed the audition. Lord, to be beaten by a dead man. Just laughing him. But in all seriousness, and this is the part where I have to wrap up and get all choked up, but Bill, honestly, you're the godfather of my son, my most beautiful son, and we've shared some amazing moments together as this journey has progressed, and I hope that we have more time together, and happy 50th, old friend.